Hey, Kairos families. This is Jared Austin, co founder and executive director of Kairos Public Schools. And normally I'd be presenting to you our community impact report for this year, but this year something special is happening. We're actually celebrating the completion of 10 years, a decade of existence for Kairos Public Schools, a decade of dedication, of growth, and educational excellence. And I just want to thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for trusting us with your scholars every day. Thank you for helping us build something special that is in high demand for this community and where so many scholars have been able to grow and excel over the past decade. And over the past decade, our mission has been to empower generations to think critically, analyze and apply knowledge strategically, and interact thoughtfully within the global community. And I hate to tell you all this, but we're just getting started. We're excited about what the future has in store for us. Over the last 10 years, our vision has been to instill a lifelong love of learning for our students, prepare them for an indeterminate future. So, what does that mean? 10 years ago, I stood before many of you and I said, I have no idea what the high demand jobs are going to be tomorrow or in 10 years from now. And here we are 10 years later, and the high demand jobs keep changing, and they're going to continue to change. But we're committed to high expectations of all of us to try to develop new strategies to best prepare our scholars for the future. And I believe we've been doing just that. As we look forward, I think it's also important to know the history of how we got here. What is it about us that makes Kairos different and what makes it special? And so Kairos Public Schools was founded by Leslie Shebley and I in partnership with Bob Hampton, a retired school superintendent, and Taryn Jones, a successful businesswoman. All of us are deeply rooted in the Vacaville community. All of us were educators in the Vacaville community, in the local school district, and we had a shared vision for an innovative school that would benefit the local community. And this combined with our experience laid the foundation for what we celebrate today. As we continue to build out and move forward, Bob Hampton and Taryn Jones went to their different organizations. Bob in San Diego, where he later retired, and Taryn into the business world. And we are forever grateful for how they helped us shape the foundation and get started. We cast that vision in 2013 to establish Kairos. By November of that year, our charter petition was approved by the Vacaville Unified School District. I cannot talk about this enough. We are the only independent charter school to ever be approved in the Vacaville Unified School District to this day, 10 years later. Others came, tried, and were denied. And we were able to get it approved. And we just had our high school approved this year, thanks to the partnerships with our families. And that makes us unique. That makes us different. In January of 2014, that's when we started recruiting some of you, our families. And by August of 2014, we opened our doors with 470 students and over 300 students on the wait list in our very first year. We thought it would be kind of fun to look at a chronological order of how things got started. And if you've been around me long enough, I often talk about I either have a vision or a hallucination. Well, that hallucination / vision started at a coffee shop in 2013 where Bob, Taryn, Leslie, and I would gather and talk about the vision we had for education to be done differently in this community. What would it look like? And that led us again to being approved by Vacaville and grounded in the partnership with parents. We knew as parents, we wanted a school that we'd be proud for our kids to attend, to be a part of, that they would thrive in, but others would want to do as well. And there would be a community benefit for generations to come. And so that started right away. And when we took over our Elm Street campus, as you'll see in July of 2014, this campus had been not used for over 13 years as a normal operating school. It was a storage center. There's lots of shady things that were happening in the evening times that we had to get changed real quick. And we brought it back to life by filling this campus with over 350 volunteers over a weekend to clean it, beautify it, and make it ready for the first day of school. And then 6 days before the school started, our furniture arrived. We were starting to stress out that we weren't going to be able to open school on time. But 6 days prior, as you'll see in the picture here, all these boxes and crates of furniture arrived in the hallways. We put out a message to our families, and within hours, the families arrived, helped us put the furniture together, and we were able to start school on time. As we move forward, Kairos has grown significantly over the years. In 2016, we launched the Kairos Innovative Scholars Pathway in response to the high demand from families that were doing home education but wanted to be a part of a flexible environment, wanted to be a part of what Kairos was doing. And we started with 46 students. Today, that has grown to over 220 scholars with a significant wait list. And as the years have progressed, Kairos has earned several national and state awards in recognition. One significant one would be how we successfully navigated the pandemic, which received us national recognition, and we were able to help so many other schools navigate that hardship. One of the most exciting developments in the completion of our is the completion of our flex-based new learning center, as we were able to purchase 27 acres of land, and we were able to build phase one of that, which was a permanent home for our innovative scholars. This year, we get to launch our new high school. So finally, our scholars will be able to have another high school option to choose from. As we look at our multi-academy vision, we continue our infinite vision of providing families educational choices across different academies. We know that we've been able to accomplish this because of every team member, parent, and across of our different campuses. We know no child learns exactly the same. Some students learn independently, some do well in groups, some do well with a mixture of both, and having that flexibility. And we want to be able to provide those options underneath the Kairos umbrella and really truly be able to expand across our two different campuses to provide the best educational choices for the families of our community. So it's the same vision, just across multiple academies. And we're excited to have you partner with us to continue to build that. We're always embracing our motto, which has never changed since the beginning, is the time is now. Kairos is an opportune moment in time, and the time is always now to do what is right for students. And we're excited to enter our second decade with the launch of the Kairos Luminary Academy High School. This innovative college-like model will provide the flexibility of scheduling and dual enrollment options, preparing our students for entrepreneurial real-world challenges. So no matter if you start off in our Foundations Academy and then go in and build leadership skills in our Leadership Academy, or you're in our Innovative Scholars Pathway, there's now a flexible high school option that more models the workforce of today and the college model of today to build upon the entrepreneurial skills, because we know that we have future world changers and history makers amongst us. And we believe that this new model will be an exciting way to build upon their skills. So we have big dreams, big visions, and we're excited that we're not just ending at year 10. The best is yet to come. We have so much more that we believe is going to happen as long as we maintain the partnerships with our families, we adhere to our core mission and values, and work with all of you along the way. And so we have this land. We have 27 acres of land. That is a unique thing, because most charter schools in the state of California either have to rent facilities from school district, churches, community centers, or have to go virtual because they have no land. We've had the opportunity to work with public and private partnerships to be able to become landowners. And now we also have the opportunity as to build upon it. And we were able to do that, purchasing the land in 2018. Within just a few short years, we built the first new school campus in Vacaville in over 30 years, which is the permanent home of our Innovative Scholars Pathway. So the future is bright with us on our Kairos owned property. that includes a permanent high school campus, a future TK through 8th grade site-based campus, and a gymnasium, as we continue to model what we want our scholars to have, which is to invest in an indeterminate future. We don't know how it's all going to work out yet, but we've made small strategic decisions that have helped us grow to this point, and we're excited to see as we continue to partner with public and private institutions for the betterment of our scholars, that the future is still unfolding and what is going to come. So again, I want to highlight just how far we've come. We have a new learning center with 27 acres of land. We started off telling many of you 10 years ago, we don't know where we're going to operate. We might operate on the portables of the back of Will C. Wood. We might operate in a church. We might operate at the current times Sierra Vista was shut down, or we might operate on the Elm campus. Now we have the opportunity to operate on the Elm campus as well as build out on the new the new land that we have where our current learning center is. I want to pause on this image really quickly because this is what it's all about. This is what motivates us to come to work every day, whether you're a custodian, a teacher, an administrator, paraprofessional, no matter what your position is, this is it. Every face in our Kairos community represents a future difference maker. We build community together, and every contribution adds value to their scholar learning experience. And parent involvement and voice are critical to our ongoing success. So again, we have not arrived, and just because we're celebrating 10 years, we have a lot left to build because we have got a unique calling to be difference makers and world changers for these students and create those opportunities to help them be the next local elected officials, the next firemen, the next police, the next biotech, the next whatever the high demand jobs are. We have an opportunity to invest. So every time there's a call for a teacher to have you volunteer in the classroom, or for the KPAC to have you volunteer for a day on the green or another experience, answer the call, because it's an investment in these faces. It's an investment in their future. It's not just because we need you to volunteer for one activity. It's creating an experience for our scholars, and we can't thank you enough for how you've been a part of that. So where I want to land is our growth and success wouldn't be possible without the support of our community. We encourage everyone to educate themselves on what Kairos is, what it's about, where it's going. Get involved in the local government. As you have seen, if you've been a part of the Kairos community, charter schools can come under attack, and our future is not always certain, especially here in California. But if we can get people into the local governments, whether you sign up to be an elected official, or you write letters or make phone calls or show up to offices and have conversations, we know that the voices of the decision makers need to hear from you about the unique educational options that you want, that your children are experiencing, and that's going to help us shape our future as well. So I want to thank you for being a part of the Kairos journey. As we celebrate our past and we look forward to the future, we remain committed to our mission of empowering our students to be lifelong learners. And I just want to thank you for being a part of this journey. And here's to another decade of academic excellence.